Now, in a highly critical report, MPs have condemned what they say is the scandalous failure to protect girls in the Midlands from becoming victims of female genital mutilation. The estimate is that many thousands are affected, even though the practice has been illegal in the UK since 1985.
The Leicester MP and Chair of the Home Affairs Committee, Keith Vaz, has called for a national plan of action. He says that FGM is a severe form of child abuse, which can never be dismissed as cultural. It's criminal. Our political correspondent, Alison Mackenzie, reports.
At a conference in the Midlands, Hoda Ali describes herself as an FGM survivor. She was 7 in her home country of Somalia when there was a family gathering. The time had come for her and her sisters to have the brutal cutting ritual performed.
We were cut at home and there was people watching. There was our neighbours there. There was my friends from school.
She was okay until the rudimentary anaesthetic wore off.
I just felt like I was in hell. I was just burning. I was so much in pain. And the only way to explain it was like somebody put a hot oil on my skin.
FGM is also being practiced here in the Midlands. Today's report calls for the silence surrounding it to be broken.
We want to make it absolutely clear, let the word go out when people read this report, that this is not cultural, it is criminal, it is not tribal, it is torture, and it is not an initiation, it is inhumane. And whoever wants to use cultural sensitivity as a shield, let them be clear, we will pursue those responsible relentlessly.
In a statement, the Home Office say the coalition government is taking action to end this harmful and misguided practice. In the summer, the Prime Minister will hold the UK's first Girls' Summit, aimed at ending it within a generation. Alison Mackenzie, ITV News, Westminster.
So much more to be done, but slowly awareness of the harm that can be caused by FGM is growing. A group of young women from Birmingham's Somali community have launched a campaign to spread the word and to protect girls at risk.
Well, they've enlisted the help of Fixers, the campaign that gives young people a voice to get their message across.
I don't think anyone should have the right to dictate how someone else's body should look like.
They are barbaric practices, but they're not seen like that by the people who practice them.
My name is Anam Ali and I'm 21 years old.
I'm Daqa Ahmed, I'm 22 years old.
We live in Birmingham, but our family is originally from Somalia.
Our Fixes project is to get people talking about female genital mutilation. This is a process some women go through, which involves cutting or stitching in the genital area.
FGM is sometimes referred to as female circumcision. I think that confuses because people tend to compare female circumcision to male circumcision, and the two things are completely different. FGM is much more invasive, it's much more severe.
A lot of people don't know that it's illegal in this country.
Female genital mutilation has terrible consequences. It can lead to hemorrhaging, it can lead to death, it can lead to lifelong medical problems. It's practiced across 40 countries throughout Africa and the Middle East and into Asia. And those communities have migrated into Birmingham and the West Midlands. So it is also practiced amongst those communities here.
For our project, we created a film to educate people about FGM. In order to make the film, we organised a crafts day in which we made flowers.
And we used case studies for every petal.
We are young women.
We are young women.
We are young women
united in the fight against FGM. Hear our voices.
The film is aimed at school-age girls, and the aim is to create a dialogue between teachers and students and kids and their parents. The same way we tackle sexual health issues or domestic violence, so that FGM is seen as a topic we can openly talk about.
Communities still think it's the right thing to do because it's part of their traditions and values, and I don't think that they look at the health consequences or the implications that come with the practice because they genuinely believe that they're doing the right thing.
Some women believe that it's a rite of passage, so a girl is moving from a child to adulthood. Also, they believe that it purifies them. It's a form of cleansing. It's important to emphasize that none of these elements are in fact true.
It's now estimated that 170,000 girls and women are living with FGM here in the UK, and 66,000 girls are at risk every single year. I'm a survivor myself, so I went through FGM at the age of 7. This project, it's very important, especially that it's led by young women, and I think they are the future parents who will prevent FGM from happening to their own children. I'm pleased this film will be in schools, and I think it's about time we had such films in our schools.
I think if a practice has been happening for 100 years, to think it's going to be gone in the next 5 years is too ambitious. But at least if we talk about it now, then the next generation will not be doing this to their own kids.
I'm quite hopeful that things are going to change. Things have been changing recently, so I can definitely see a change coming.
And if you want to see more about this story and fixes, or indeed find help on this particular issue, then visit fixes.org.uk.
Now, many of us will know someone who